wherever it was before. Perfect, thank you.
Us in singing I Am Home. I am home, I am home. I have traveled far along this road, and now I'm home. Shalom, shalom. In the love of God, I am home. I am home. I am home. I have traveled far along this road, and now I'm home. Shalom, shalom. In the love of God, I am home.
Well, good morning, and I am home.
Yay!
It seems like it's funny how vacations are. They seem like they go really fast, but then in retrospect, they're really long. You know, it's just, and especially with all the stuff going on here and Pam being gone, it was a kind of a double thing. I was thinking about the church as I was traveling and blah, 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 blah. All that being said, it was a wonderful opportunity to take a deep breath of Spirit at work, everywhere, all the time. It was truly marvelous. I think what we'll do next is light the candle. And as we do that, I want to dedicate this candle lighting to peace on earth. This is a particularly interesting time in the human history. And there's this, feels like a tug of war to me going on in terms of realignment of our thinking and our possibilities, and on the other side of it, the whole destructive side of that equation. So I want to dedicate today's service to peace. Peace on earth. And our belief system here at Unity, and I think most religions, is that peace on earth exists right here, right now. Every moment. We just have to make that choice. And to do that, we need to stand in the consciousness of the divine. And that's where we lose our way, I think, is when we step outside and allow the human condition in the physical form that we're dealing with, and all the ego and all the stuff that goes along with that, get in the way of our divinity. So I want to dedicate this service today to our divinity, and we'll talk about how we can lighten that up, perhaps, as we go along. So, come light,
Light of God, give light to creation, enlighten our hearts and remain
So as you open today, I'd like to open in prayer. So just join with me and so in this place, in this deepness of breath, is the peace, the allness, the love of Spirit. And we want that to be felt all across the planet. For those who have lost their homes, lost their loved ones, lost their sense of place and being. For those that have all of that, let us join that consciousness of love and peace and tranquility. For Spirit wants only one thing, for all of us to come into Spirit, to live in that place where we can see each other as spiritual beings, see the Christ nature in one another, and know that we all come from the same Creator, from that same spark, and we all carry it with us. So today we dedicate this service to the outpouring of love and peace. And let our consciousness of this little group of people here in Port Townsend have an impact. For certainly it does. That's how prayer works. And for all of those suffering, we offer our feelings of concern, our feelings for hope, and know that in the trials that are going on, that there's a place where they can take a breath and find that hope, feel that love. So that the next generation and the generation after don't have to go through what we're experiencing here. For all the blessings that come from the divine and we spread out through each one of us, we say, thank you, God. And so it is. Amen. Okay, so today's talk is about sound and sound healing. So as I thought about that, I started thinking, well, I read in Scripture someplace, some translation of the Bible said that God sung the universe into being. So I went searching for that out in the mighty Google, and sure enough, there was a couple passages where that translation came through. And here's what they said. In the beginning, there was first cause, God, Spirit, and nothing else. Then the world, carried by Spirit, begins to pulse in harmonious tones into the nothingness. The world outside of God itself begins to appear. The song sung by the divine creates and begins to shape the world. As each element of the cosmos is being brought forth through song, the song continues to reverberate into each created things now and forever. Sound is just a vibration. Speech is a vibration. Everything is vibrational energy in the manifest. And everything is vibrational energy outside what we can see, into the unmanifest. If you think about it, the whole of cosmos has a vibration to it. A rock has a vibration to it. very dense and very slow vibration. Air has a very high vibration. But we all have this vibration. And so when we're talking about sound energy and sound healing and all those kinds of things, it's all about the alignment of these energies and allowing those certain energies to do certain things. The Native Americans and the indigenous folks knew that day one. I studied under a shaman who's would talk about the green people and the rock people and how they recognize the rock people are the wisdom keepers of time. But those wisdom keepers change form over time. And the green people, the trees and the bushes and all that, those have a different kind of vibration, a different kind of responsibility, and on and on and on. So as I started looking at all of this stuff, trying to put together some kind of sense for me so I could say something to you, is how does that all work? So here we go. A healthy human body vibrates between 62 and 70 megahertz. Whatever sound that is, that's a healthy human body. When our body vibration drops below that, we start experiencing discord, particularly in the realm of diseases. So if we're having something come on and you want to deal with it from a vibrational standpoint, you got to raise your vibration up so that that discourse would no longer be operating. Ohm, the frequency of ohm is 136.1 hertz. Now, ohm is the sound of the earth rotating on its axis as it goes through space. And it turns out it is also the sound of the universe as it vibrates in itself. So the Hindu and other mystic religions deal with Om as a centering sound. We do that all the time here. Om, right? And we do it, we don't usually do it at 136, by the way. That's pretty low, so we do it a couple octaves up. But Om and that 136 is the key that everything else falls off of that, builds or subtracts from that. Then you'd look at your chakras, okay? So the root chakra, so those are places where we carry a lot of our unconscious stuff. That vibrates at 196. Our sacral chakra, where we carry a lot of negative energy, that's at 47 megahertz. Our solar plexus, 528. Our heart chakra, 539. Our throat chakra, 741. Got up to our third eye, 852. And then there's spirit. Now, I don't know how they came up with this, but spirit vibrates at 963 hertz. That's the God frequency. And that's for spiritual healing. And that's the place where spiritual healing and wellness comes in. So as I'm looking at all this stuff, trying to make sense out of it, I thought, I wonder what Jesus was. And the spiritual masters, where are they vibrating at? Right? I mean, they got the physical body, but they also have these inner energy vibrations going on within them. I don't know. I couldn't find anything on that. However, I was just thinking that, before the crucifixion, Jesus was vibrating at one level. On ascension, he's obviously vibrating at a different level. And we talk about some of the masters and being transformed and transcended. They're working on a much higher vibrational level than I think we are down here at 60 or 70 megahertz. So we got a ways to go yet. And one of the things that came out of it for me is that really our job, if we're going to cure ourselves through the sound healing thing, is all about lightening up. So today is going to be about making it lighter up so we can feel and work with these energy systems. Does it work? I happen to have a couple of people in my life that it has worked for profoundly, and miracles as far as curing illnesses, changing perceptions, and helping them to find a better sense of themselves. So it's not all voodoo stuff. It has some real grounding in science, and the medical world is working with that quite a bit, matter of fact. There's a lot of cancers being dealt with in vibrational energy healing that have some great results. So it's out there. Today's daily word is generous. And this morning, Teresa and I were gifted with this beautiful vase of flowers by our closest downstairs neighbor. It's just, I just wanted to share with you the beauty of these flowers. And I go, wow, that's wonderful. And then this morning I came here, and we look at this thing. And that's Glenn and Laurel's work. And, generosity, generous. The abundance of the world flows through me. I am securely in the flow of prosperity when I receive graciously and gratefully and share my abundance generously. Whatever I share with a loving, giving heart blesses me as much as it blesses the one who receives it. Each time I share my supply, I am demonstrating my trust that I will always have what I need. When I share of myself, I am living my faith that I am a divine being empowered with limitless supplies of divine ideas. The richness of an abundant universe flows through me. And knowing this, I don't hesitate to be generous so that others know the abundance of the world as I know it. Through my giving, may they also know the blessings of an awesome power and the grace of God as they bless me daily. In 1 Corinthians, now we have received not of the spirit of the world, but the Spirit that is from God, so that we may understand the gifts bestowed to us by God. And as I finished reading that, I just realized that I skipped through all the opening songs of this service. So we're going to just change the service up a little bit anyways, just to make it work. So why don't we do those opening songs? Now, do you want to stand or you want to sit?
We can't let this song, Spirit in Me, you have the words, perhaps this could lead us into our meditation.
Very good.
Instead of doing sanctuary.
That work for you?
Does that work? Spirit in me, live out in the open, shine from my life like the sun. Give of your goodness, conquer the darkness, Spirit of light and love, Spirit, in me, Spirit in me, live out in the open, shine from my life like the sun. Give of your goodness, conquer the darkness, Spirit of
Let's take a deep breath through our nose and out through our mouths. We are seeking the peace deep within our own hearts, that peaceful, safe space within the grid of all that is connected to nodes of beings all around the world. We can open our hearts with this vibration of pure love. Breathe it in. Open your crown chakra. We are safe, gathered here together today in the light. May we be lighthouses and radiate on our exhale a flowing vibration to bathe the world. For those in unbearable chaos, for those attempting to comfort their children, to find safety, we envelope all those needing our light now. We relax into the remembering of our absolute divine role and contract to be here now as messengers, to bring forth the words of truth and light and love by using our voices as megaphones of heavenly vibration wherever it is needed. This voice can be a whisper in our heart, and that vibration carries through the fabric of the universe and bathes and heals and reorganizes that which is in misalignment with love. So we are potentizing the realm of all human endeavor and striving and searching with our light now. Take a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. And you're asking, am I this maestro? Am I this speaker? Who am I? Your thoughts, your voice are connected to Source at all times. You are one thought away from healing all that you give your attention to, your intention to, by focusing and allowing this God-given light to come through you. We have the power to rewrite the narrative for humans, reharmonize and re-articulate the vibrational realm on earth back to coherence and peace. Peace is a vibration. Open your crown chakra and breathe in. You don't have to know what it looks like. Just feel it. Breathe the peace into your body as you are a conduit for light and love. Now increase that by 25%. Believe me, you were built to do this. Breathe it in and exhale it out into the etheric. Through the law of physics, that which occurs in the etheric, in the thought realm, becomes manifest into this reality. As we are reweaving heaven to earth, through us, we are redeeming our own souls and giving the opportunity, the new movie, the new story for new creations. In this silence, we allow this rarefied energy to magnetize and to emanate from our being once again around the world, to resettle, hold, and establish hope in these darker areas at the moment. And it is done.
There's a reason for the sunshine sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when those love lights shines all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where your love can't hide, and then go stealing through the moonlit nights with your loved ones. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. You'll know what I mean, it's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. You'll know what I mean, it's a reason. There's a reason for the warm sweet nights, and there's a reason for the candle lights. Must be the season when those love lights shine all around us. So let that wonder take you into space and lay you under its loving embrace, and feel the thunder as it warms your face. You can't hold back. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. You'll know what I mean, it's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. You'll know what I mean, that's the reason. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. You'll know what I mean, it's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. You'll know what I mean, that's the reason.
Jorgensen.
Oh, great. We're going to continue this great topic. Wasn't David amazing with the Sound Healing 101? What a setup. So this is my second time to speak here at Unity. I just love this place, and I was co-chair of the Mystic Fair last year, which was very wonderful. And I just wanted to honor Pam. Was she on a cruise today, out on the ocean? Let's just send her our love and appreciation for all that. I'm sure she's thinking of us at this time of world unrest. So I wanted to feel her presence. The last time she asked me to speak, and I said, well, what should I speak about? I said, oh, well, I'm a sound healer. I'll talk about Be the Light. And I probably mentioned last time that I had worked at the Institute in San Francisco for sound healing. But I didn't tell you my specialty. I didn't tell you what I taught and what I crafted. So when she asked me again, I said, okay, I'm going to bring that what that has followed me my entire life. The issue, the problem became the answer. And it was about finding my magic wand. Not this, my voice. It makes me want to cry how anxious I was my whole life, and I was a singer, and I wanted to speak, but who else feels a little nervous when they're at? It's normal. They say, yeah, people fear public speaking more than dying. So I actually got over my fear working with hospice patients for 6 years at the bedside with music as a certified practitioner, helping them die with no fear. And the state of grace that I felt, I said, what is this? Fearlessness. It was the first time that I had no fear, that I just had that presence. So there again, I said, wait a minute. If I can help people drop the fear of dying, what's their greater fear? Public speaking, being seen, using their voice the way their heart wants them to. But there's that something here that just kind of keeps us uneasy, and that's what I'm an expert at. In fact, on July 2nd, I got a PhD with all that entails in research. Can we release fear of the spiritually awakening person to speak up? Because if we can't, who's going to bring the truth? Who's going to hold the platform? Who is going to be courageous enough to look into the future, see what we need to do, and articulate it? When people speak and there is no fear, let's see, do I have a slide somewhere? I probably am on slide 1. Oh, that's slide 2. We're going to go to slide 1. Just back a little bit. Isn't that beautiful? When we speak, we bathe everyone with our intentions and with our past and with all of our glory and everything. Our voices make us transparent, and our voices do articulate what is happening out there. So we're going to go to slide number 2. You know, my father used to say, be careful of the words you say. Keep them soft and sweet. You never know from day to day which ones you'll have to eat. And here's how it went. My father was my best teacher because I was about 3 years old. And I looked at him, and I know a lot of spiritual people, we were sensitive. As children often were empaths before we shut it down. And I looked at my father and I said, why is he thinking one thing and saying something else? That was the fall from grace for mankind. When he stopped speaking from his heart and started speaking like this. For control, for facts, to win, to be the leader. So part of the work I do is to connect this first, find the truth in your heart first, and then let the ego and mind be your virtual assistant to find the facts and to make it credible and digestible. But you're right, sound healing is proven now. I'm also a nurse, a public health nurse. In the last few years, I've taught about vibration for healing and sound and frequencies. I'm way off my notes as usual. I get so excited. Okay. So often when I speak, and once I start speaking now, it's hard for me to stop. So you might just say from back here if I continue on and on. But I'd like to bring you in, and I've worked with children, toddlers, Alzheimer's patients, and we did this last time. And there's too many of us to do it individually. But I want to feel you and your presence here. So this is a simple exercise we do. I'm going to say my name, and you're going to say it back to me. Jan. Oh, it feels like a big hug. Why? Because you're vibrationally opening your heart, you're acknowledging I'm here. There's so much happening in that. So now, on the sound of the tone, you're all going to say your name. I wish I could say I heard each of your names, but I felt it. I really felt it. And by saying our names together, we're creating a coherent vibrational container. So we are going to set our intention. By the end of this talk, you're going to think, oh my goodness, my voice really is powerful. I am going to drop down before I speak, have that little pause, and be sure that I'm adding to the mix of love and light and coherency on the planet. So as part of my investigations and studies, I work with scientists, and the voice bio finally showed me what I was seeking. As we speak, we emit frequencies, which, guess what, left brain scientists can actually plot. And there it is. That's the musical scale. See in the bottom, see da 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 da, all the way up. So everyone has an individual reading. As a nurse, I was astounded to find out 26 basic imbalances lead to specific diseases. I could look at this and tell someone they're schizophrenic before they even knew it, before someone had put it together, or multiple sclerosis. There are so many ways to look at this. This person is on the computer too much, has very low bowel energy, the thyroid's worn out, adrenals exhausted, because they worry too much and eat too much sugar. So this was an insight into a person's body as their vibrational field that can be re-articulated, dissolve some of these imbalances through sound. So there is a therapeutic treatment that I'd prescribe. Nobody did it, unfortunately. So I work specifically with helping them understand and make new life choices to get out of this. Now, why is this important? Because you can go to the next slide. As we speak, we bathe the world with our voice print. That's a dominant frequency. So your voice bio is the same as your mom's until you make changes. Your voice bio is your calling card to the world. What you have learned, your belief system vibrationally from your family and your community, you are doing a dance with the vibrations of your body, your voice bio, that is staying unbalanced to the point where you, out of a room of 100 potential mates, the only one you will see and resonate with is the one that has the same issue that you believe in. If a woman feels that men betray her, that's the only man she will be interested in, is the one who betrays her. Our voice is our calling card to the world. The words are only 5%. 95% when we speak is this whole movie of us naked with our truth exuding through our voice. The words don't really matter. Why? Because people are not hooked up to their heart. They're speaking what they think people want them to say and to fit in. To change the world, for your voice to transform things, your voice needs to come across balanced and whole, out of the dance of codependency. This is codependency. So the research that I did, I finally said, okay, so now I have the physical or the visual evidence. And I prayed. I said, well, how do you get fear out of that human body? Well, it wasn't a human answer. I had to go to the still point, and an archangel came and said, when a person's ready. When a person really feels that old anger, betrayal, balance, and they're ready to let it go, and they can sound it out with intention. And they said I could help them do it, but anyone can do it. You can do this on your own. So this, my voice right now, is the dominant frequency in this room. When the television is on, Fox, CNN, dominant frequency, and you move the back of your voice, your entire body is soaking up and becoming part of that vibrational bubble. Does that make sense? Vibration. We're starting to get into interesting social media driven bubbles now. So the answer is always open, still your mind, and hear the real truth. Hear the absolute truth. So the title of this talk is Your Voice is Spirit. So how do you go beyond this? Well, to know that you are a being here that reflects. Is there a chandelier? If the Creator is the chandelier of the most brilliant truth and light, you are a prism of it. And sometimes we need a little Windex. Sound is the thing. So if you remember and realize that, that's what you do at Unity Church every Sunday, then you can open up and remember your role here as a messenger, a conductor, and hold your harmonic frequency field in a coherent light. And by the way, in those days, Jesus vibrated a little over 732 hertz because of the consciousness at the time, but everybody else was 400, 200, 100 hertz. The beginning levels where you pop your head through this consensus reality is 732 hertz. Over 1,000, we're there. So before I came up to do the meditation earlier, I said, I ask and intend to be the dominant frequency of over 1,000. So when my voice comes out, you are feeling that frequency already and feel safe enough to open this up and get your own. Get your own. Get your own words. I'm way off my notes now. And I'm probably getting close, and I haven't even started. Yes, correct, you said it. First was the word. So have you ever, did you know the human voice can give off 43 different emotions? The voice is amazing. Have you ever met someone that you just felt you loved them right away? I'll tell you why. It's because your voices fit like this. And other people you resist, I could show you on your voice print. So I tell people, well, how's life working for you? What's the main issue? And they'll tell me, and they'll say, the same things happen, but it's different people. Well, that's where going into what you are holding within your body is coming out as your megaphone. And you're thinking it, and it's becoming your belief and patterns. What if you let that go? What if you let all that go? You made a decision and used your will and open up and let something new come out. And there's times we want to give up, where we say, oh my, this is so heavy, this is so I'm going to tell you this, what happened with me that gave me great hope and gave me the ability to stand up here after 63 years of knees shaking. And I was very tired one day. In fact, I had to go give a talk that evening, and I didn't know if my voice would shake or what would happen. And I was camping, and I was hot. I don't like being hot. And I said, Spirit, am I done? Can I go home now? And then I used my words in a way that became the dominant frequency. I said, take me home now. I did. What I felt with me, my consciousness, went straight up, and there I was. What you imagined heaven to be, I mean, it was all of it. These beautiful beings are going to, like, oh, Tian, we're so sorry. We know it's hard down there, but your true work hasn't even begun. It's all timing. Hang in there. They said, go back in the tent. I said, I don't want to. Go back in that tent and squeeze your legs. So I'm in the tent. I'm squeezing my legs. They said, can you still hear us? I said, yes. They said, are you still here with us? And I said, yeah, it's like I'm still up here and down here. They said, now open your eyes in the tent, because we take in so much through our sensory system. And they said, are you still with us now? I said, wait a minute. I can be in both places at once. And they said, only in your limited perception were you ever separate. So now, when I'm sitting over here and I said I have to talk, I'm squeezing my legs. Just like in that tent, like, let the words, without fear, come through and be part of the bathing of the re-articulation of divinity on earth. And that's how easy it is. And you all have a voice, right? Magic wand. Your voice is a magic wand. Thank you.
So, you know what? I got a magic wand here too. And actually, I think you could have probably seen that slide from your end if I had turned that monitor on. There you go, see?
That is a voice print. Let's go to the last slide, because I would like to read something. I just didn't want to speak over. I made some beautiful divinity cards with these informations from myself up there that was coming through. And this last card is finding your voice of light. Hi, Pam. So let's do this together. Take a breath through your nose and out through your mouth, and release the tension at your throat chakra. Breathe out the blockages. Feel the spheres of old false world spinning out of you. Breathe in a new freedom of spaciousness, self-expression, and passion for speaking up. It is time to sing, hum, swoon with the unique power of your own voice. Call out the wind, the fire, the song, and ignite your own form of heresy. And let's say this affirmation together. Let's begin. My voice is my magic wand in all realities. Beautiful. Thank you.
And that really works with this song. Should we stand? You want to sit? What's your pleasure? Okay, let's stand up.
Claire, your mic is not on. Claire, this is the sound god.
All right, let your voice be heard, Claire.
Let your voice be heard.
There we go.
And I included the Spanish here. This is also in French and Arabic and Hebrew, but I think we'll stick to the English, if you're okay with that. So. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. One more time. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. But the world needs all the good that I can do.
Perfect. Have a seat. So as you're going through your talk, Jan, and listening to this whole thing about the sound vibration, and it's, it goes back to those principles of cause and effect. My cause, if I come from here, my effect is going to be from here. My cause comes from here, my effect is going to be at this level. And then change your thinking, change your life. That's pretty simple. It's just, you got to drop it into your heart and change your life, change your thinking. That's what we talk about here. That's what some of these spiritual principles are about. And it's no wonder that all of, whether you're doing crystals or sound or I don't know, deep water immersion or just meditating, it all is part of this whole system designed, intrinsically designed for our goodness. I mean, it's rigged that way. All we have to do is plug into it. pretty cool. Anyway, that's not what I want to do here. What do I want to do here? Oh, it's time for the offering. See what happens when I go away for a couple, 3 weeks, so you just forget the whole thing, how the whole thing's set up. But there is a system, and we'll stay with the system. So this is the time in our service where we do receive the offering, so I invite you to take out your offering, and we'll bless it as we do here each week. And it really is a statement about you and about our part in this whole grand scheme of things. There's this law of circulation, this law of generosity and abundance, this law of cause and effect. I mean, it all is part of this system, and we are an integral part. In fact, it doesn't work without us. That's the most interesting part, that we are intentionally part of this system. And you think about that as a responsibility, but it's also a respondability. How do I respond? How do I show up? Do I show up and do the things that I can do that the world needs? I can't do them at all, that's for darn sure. But I can do my little part. And this is our little part. So bless that. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I received, and I am grateful. All right.
Bless the fount of life, so we are blessed, as we bless the source of life, so we are blessed, and the blessing gives us strength, and makes our visions clear, and the blessing brings us peace, and the courage to dare, as we bless the source of life, so we are blessed, as we bless the source of life,
and we are blessed. And we are blessed. Sweet, sweet Spirit, Mother, Father, God, indeed we are blessed. And we are a blessing. So we're both the verb and a noun. So we receive these gifts and we send them forward in their verbness and their nounness, that each person may feel the blessing of Spirit upon them and through them, and be blessed by that. And turn around and do the same for somebody else, to know the blessing of them and to bless them and be blessed by that. And in that interchange, one person at a time, every person on the planet, create heaven on earth. For that is what it's all about. That's what all the scriptures have said, and that's what I believe the divine expects of us, is to receive the blessings and pass it on, creating oneness and wholeness. And let us do that in our lifetime. And so it is. Amen. Thank you very much, ladies. Okay, so we have some announcements. Now, on my trip, and I was in, or our trip, I should say, we went to the Grand Tetons and Yellowstone, but mostly the Tetons. I'm in Idaho Falls, Idaho. And Teresa and I went and had dinner at a little brew pub there in Idaho Falls. Walked in, and then right in the foyer, in the front of this restaurant, is a Christmas tree. This is September about 23rd or something like that. And I thought, wow, I mean, we're talking about getting a jump on the season. I mean, this place was really ready, right? And then, sure enough, here we're talking about the Festival of Lights. What a segue. So we do have some announcement about the Festival of Lights. This is our big fundraiser for the winter. Oh, yes. I was going to have you speak in my ear, but that's okay. Anyway, so let's hear about the Festival of Lights.
Well, my name is Krista, and it is Christmas for me year-round. Whenever I'm sad, I listen to Christmas music. I love Christmas. And this year, I get to help coordinate the silent auction that we're going to be doing at our Festival of Lights. This is a really important fundraiser for us, and this is an opportunity for us to get creative as a community to bless one another and the community at large. So I am accepting the silent auction items. We already have our first 3. I walk through the door and I already have 3. This beautiful dish from the goldsmiths. And my partner Mark has donated 2 hours of yard work that people can bid on. Yeah, and yeah, and Mukesh has donated a home-cooked Indian meal for 4 at his home. So the first 3 are already rolling. So we would love to see what are your gifts? What do you have to donate that's either material or immaterial that we can auction off to raise money for our lovely center here. So there's a sign up out in the foyer that you can add. What can you bring? What can you give that we can auction off and raise money for the center? We also are going to have a gift table. So any inspired gifts that maybe it's not something that would be that we could put on the silent auction, but would make a great gift for somebody to buy. If you have something laying around like that, I know Teresa mentioned Bianca mentioned that she had some wine that she wanted to give that we could put on the gift table. Things like that. We will be so grateful for your help. So swing by the Festival of Lights table. There are a lot of different ways that you can participate, whether it's baking cookies or making soup or donating things to the silent auction. So pop by and see how you can contribute. And let's raise some money for the center and celebrate Christmas together.
Sounds good. Thank you much. And for all the other things that need to go on with Festival of Lights, there's sign-up sheets already out in the foyer, so we're getting a jump on it this year. It does take a community to do this event, and it's both a fun and a fundraiser, so should be great. We've got a good start. So I don't know, and I don't think there you are. I don't think this series of announcements had anything to do with you, but here we go. We got an Ananda meditation on Monday, Buddhist meditation on the first and third Thursdays, a soul-nourishing satsang on the fourth Thursday this month, sound bath with Michelle Edwards in October, that's coming up, October 26th. Mia Kelly, Wednesday morning, the community practice, Open Your Body and Voice, Energizing Your Spirit. That's going on October through December. It's all on the website, by the way. And then we have a kirtan. So all of that is about speaking and singing and using your voice. So, and then Jan is offering a workshop this afternoon. If you want to see her following service, she can set up whatever that looks like. So there's a lot going on around here in terms of getting our voices heard and making our voices known. And we'll do that when we close this circle here and sing the peace song. So join in the circle if you would. While we're joining that circle, I invite you to mark in your calendar next Sunday. We got this fabulous speaker coming in, and he wrote a parable about the self-tapping screw. You don't want to miss it. I won't tell you who that person is, but I happen to know him personally. Yes, there is peace on earth,
and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as Creator, united all are we. Yes, we walk with each
Yes, this is our moment now. With every breath I take, yes, this is my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. And we know the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Have a great week, everybody.
Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that I. Be still and know.